Hey, what up, though? What it do? It's Nitty, a deep city, where a brother keeps it gritty, and it takes no pity, yeah. What up, though? What it do? Nitty, D City, straight gritty, no pity. You already know how we get it. What's popping? Huh? What's popping? Huh? What's splitting at the seams? Huh? CWG? I thought we I thought we'd have a laid back, real discussion about addiction. You know, I'm hearing I'm hearing a lot of tick for tack, um, diversion, trying to blame other people for nonsense that someone done got they self up in. Being a drug addict, being a junkie is something that you gotta own. You gotta own that, man. And the reason why you gotta own it, but the reason why you gotta own it, for most of us anyway, we don't get to walk. We don't get to walk in a new atmosphere. We don't get to forget the mistakes that we made. We don't get to start over. We just blessed. We're just blessed to be able to continue, to be able to push through whatever pain, whatever suffering, whatever's been holding us back that seems not willing to let us go. That makes any sense. So I thought we would talk about addiction and the realization about drug addiction and not all this fake it that people wanna um, throw out as samples. You know, some people love to throw a little bit of the truth, out in samples as though if it wasn't them. But yet they have no problem. They have no problem with the decisions that someone else done made. But they want to throw out samples like if we don't realize that that's your ass. That's you. That's you. Who you talking about? You're just using someone else to distract the fact that it's you that you're speaking up on. It's your own trials and tribulations in your own journey that's holding you back. Yet you're speaking half ass facts. You know, you're not speaking the truth because you don't want to say it's you. Well, I'm gonna say it's me. All right? We're gonna forget about all this. Oh, am I popular? Do anybody like me? Can I get another companion? Can I get somebody who's gonna love me unconditionally? Well, that only person that was gonna love you unconditionally was your mama. Flat out. The only person who's gonna love you unconditionally in this world was your mama. All right? Ain't nobody else gonna love you unconditionally in this world. They're gonna judge you by your actions. They're going to judge you by your actions, your do's, your don'ts. And anything else that got to do with you. I'm finna eat me some Boston baked beans. Forgive me, y'all. Once in a while, I'm old school. Y'all already know. Pushing 60. A riot baby. Yeah, a riot baby. So I'm blessed. You know, I'm still here. And I can enjoy me some Boston baked beans. Go to bed. Night night, LA. Oh, I'm back. Yeah, we're gonna speak some truth tonight, though. All this, all these trivia questions, all these trivia questions that somebody wanna ease out little by little about some truth about addiction. Let's just keep it real, man. Let's start off by what we all can identify with. We see Maddie Boo Boo. We see we see these women's addicted in our community. That's drug addicted. That was drug addicted. That claims to be recovering addicts. We see how they conduct themselves. We see how they act. Huh? We see how they carry on. Now, what's pretty about that? Huh? What's pretty about that? Drug addiction, being a full-blown junkie, it ain't nothing pretty. Don't let nobody pour no wool over your eyes, pull the curtains and shit, you know, like pulling down the blinds on you, man. Don't let nobody sell you no fake ass silhouette that this could be something than what it is. It is what it is. We talking about something that eats at you, that nicks and picks at you, that gives you if you ever had a migraine headache, and I'm sure you probably didn't continue that migraine headache because you're still here today, right? But you remember them migraine headaches that you used to have? Can you imagine having a migraine headache all day long? Every day? Can you imagine having a migraine headache every single day of your life? Because if you don't have what your body is craving, what your mind can't seem to slip, this is what's going to go on, man. You're going to have a migraine headache every single effing day. You're not going to be able to move until you get what you think you need. Or your body or your body or your body um your body finally dilutes. Your body finally dilutes. The the bug, the bug for drugs in your butt. This is what drugs do to you, dog. It ain't nothing pretty. I ain't never in my entire existence, since these drugs done came to the forefront, where drugs used to be only in adult situations. When drugs hit the inner city, when drugs hit the hood in the 80s, we talking about crack cocaine. Before that, man, drugs was only in a certain atmosphere. You didn't see that conversation or someone trying to lure you in or trying to peak your game. You didn't see that all through your neighborhood. That was only on certain blocks. That was only on certain blocks where adults was only allowed and children and kids wasn't. But when the 80s came, it changed the whole game. And it was all in everyone's face. Even if you never had the inkling or the thought or ever having a taste or ever going in that direction. It was in all of our faces. In the inner city, in the hood. Certain people got tried and certain people didn't, dog. You'll hear something like this. You're straight. I got that hard. You're looking. I'm holding. Got that bink bink. Got nothing but bricks on me, man. Now, 2023, 2023, heading in 2024, they done tried to normalize. They done tried to normalize people that done found themselves caught up and addicted to these drugs. It's like kids, it's like going to school. You know how you always seen a bunch of kids going to school at one time? That's how it is now with these homeless drug with these homeless drug addictions that we see more and more in every city. It is so common now to have a whole community of drug addicts. It is so common now to have a whole community of drug addicts. Not specifically like in one particular space or one particular spot. We talking about everywhere, dog. Everywhere. But what the suburbs do, they push their problems to the inner city. Even though they got the same issues, the same problems, they push their problems to the inner city. So it can look as though they're not dealing with the same issues, y'all. But when they are dealing with the same exact issues, if not worse, because they the one making the money. I don't care if you're a weekend drug addict. I don't care if you was able to hold your job down for a bunch of years and everything been going smooth and good for you, dog, and you married and whatever, and it appears that you're living the somewhat normal life. You still slip up. You still slip up though when you're out there fucking up. You're when you out there effing up, you slipping up just like any other damn junkie that done been out there one day too damn long. It ain't no difference, y'all. I'm tired of hearing people say, well, I'm so glad I didn't have to go down that road. How about keeping it real? Maybe you didn't stay on that track, but you done went down the same block. You trailed the same damn waters to get where you wanted to be, man. When you out there looking and wanting to get high. There's no difference. I'm tired of people acting as though there's a difference in social and financial when it comes to this drugs. When it comes to drugs and addiction and being a junkie. And if you don't know what a junkie is, it ain't got nothing to do with your status. It ain't got nothing to do with your lifestyle. A junkie is someone who wakes up with the same addiction every single day. Putting that addiction before any other thing. Y'all hear me what a junkie is? A junkie is someone who wakes up every day with the same addiction and puts that before any other thing. That's being a junkie. It ain't got nothing to, it don't have nothing to do with your stability. It don't got nothing to do with your stability. It don't got nothing to do with your zip code. It don't got nothing to do with your area code. It don't got nothing to do with your status. It don't have nothing to do with your job title. It don't got nothing to do with your accomplishments. It's the fact that you wake up every day and put that addiction before any other thing. I don't care if it's cigarettes, nor herbs, or liquor, or women's, or partying, anything that's not good for you and leaves you crippled or a step behind because you done chose to go down the wrong block, down the wrong road. That's an addiction. Even if it's tearing up your health and maybe your pockets are still good, dog, but yet it's tearing up your health. That's an addiction. That's an addiction. That's being a junkie. You don't have control. You don't have control of making good decisions for yourself. I told y'all, man, we're going to get it. We're going to get it tonight because I just feel like kicking it. And I just feel like kicking some truth. Hey, Wonder Woman. Yeah, I seen you from the get-go, Wonder Woman. I didn't say your name, but I was trying to speak to you without, um, you know, forgetting what I was really going to talk about and how I wanted to start this conversation up with. Is that D Seuss? Is that D Seuss? D or Doc Seuss? Doc Seuss? I'm not, I'm straining my eyes to see what I got to see, man. But yeah, thank you for coming through and thank you for recognizing your brother Frank Nitty Two T's like two titties. Deep, I mean deep up in the D city. If we keep it straight, gritty, no pity. And I gotta bring the real because nobody else in this community seems to be able to speak their truth or just lay down things the way they really is, man. Drug addiction, partying in these streets, even if it ain't nothing but for the weekends and you find yourself caught up, man. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It ain't just about the addiction. It's a lifestyle. It's a choice that you're making. Huh? It's a choice that you're making that you know going to take you down that's going to take you down a path that you may regret when the party is over, man. This is what you know from the get-go. I never seen someone out here on drugs that was that was so different, than anyone else that was slipping out here, dog. Matter of fact, the people that's out here slipping every day, that's living this drug addict, junkie lifestyle without going to a job, without going anywhere else. When you come in their world, and you may just be coming for the weekend or getting yourself caught up until you got to go back to work or until somebody threaten to fire your ass, however that go for you, dog. They the ones that's out here every day living the lifestyle, they the ones seems to be able to get over on the ones that just dipping out here, call themselves slipping out here, just for the weekends. Or, just dipping out here to have some fun, man. They the ones end up getting used, and the ones on the streets that's owning the fact that they're junkies, that's owning the fact that they're addicted to drugs, that's out here every day living that same lifestyle, dog. They the ones seems to be able to get over on the ones that actually call themselves having a good life, having a job, having more than someone else, because they don't want their business known. They don't want their business known like everyone else is, so they end up getting used. They end up getting used while they're on the streets because they don't want to go nowhere. They don't want nobody to see them. They don't want everybody to know what they're indulging in, and they don't want the word to get back to their wife or to their job or to whoever didn't know what the fuck they did. So even when you come out here calling yourself sneaking out here to do what you do, man, you the one getting played. You the one getting used. You the one getting the crumbs. You the one gotta have a middleman just to get what you want, dog. Because you don't want nobody to see your ass. So you the one chasing even harder. You the one out here fiending like a demon, praying and hoping that nobody don't see you. Most of the cats, man, that works, call themselves got their life together, dog. They end up getting with a little female or so, man, or holding down a spot that making all the moves and the runs for them, dog. So they don't have to be seen. So they don't have to put their face out there, out there on front for everybody to peek. Most of them either rent out their cars. They either rent out their cars. That's why they call somebody that's using drugs when they rent their cars out to a D-boy. They call that a rent-a-rock. That's what we called it back in the days anyway, dog. That's what we called it back in the 80s and the 90s, in the early 2000s. We called it a rental rock. I don't know what they called it today, but I know what we called it, a rental rock. They end up doing shit like that, dog. They end up losing their car or getting their car all totaled, or just their car ain't worth shit because everybody done dogged that bitch. Or they ain't got their car back, in a week. They ain't got their car back in a week. Cause that's how long they done got caught up in that same spot. And, for whatever reason, maybe the D-boy just seen to forget, or just don't give a F and just kept they ride for the F of it, man. Because they ain't going to call the popos. You can't call the popos about no rental rock, something that you done gave up out of your own damn hands, dog. Ain't nobody stole your shit. You gave that car up, man. And they don't want their, once again, they don't want their wife or whoever they trying to hide from, they don't want them to know their biz. Now that's the real custos. That's the real custos. That's the real Johns that these women's really be seeking their teeth if they got teeth. And that was kind of funny to me when I thought about it. But really be seeking, really be digging their claws into, because these men be coming with checks. They be coming with bank accounts. They be coming with things that they done earned through their life, through their lifetime, through their job, for their family and for their self, and willing to give it all up just to party on the weekends. Now we're gonna talk some truth. We're gonna talk some truth. Let's talk it. I'm hearing too much. I'm hearing too many lies. I'm hearing too many lies. I'm hearing too many deceptions. I'm hearing people just speaking some half-ass, fake-ass crap. I never knew a woman yet. I don't care what status you own. I don't care what job description you have. I don't care what you claim that you got better than someone else. I never seen a woman yet that was out here slipping on drugs, especially when they out here slipping on crack, or heroin. I haven't seen not one woman out here looking different than any other woman that's out here every day slipping. Flat out. Ain't nobody gonna sit up here and tell me you as a woman walking around with a credit card between your legs, between your mouth. Walking around with a credit card with your mouth and what's between your legs and your ass. Don't do the same thing as every other woman do out here when they get up in a tight and they need what they need. And the drugstores is open all day and night. Party don't stop. The party don't stop. So why would you think somebody else would, dog? The drug ain't gonna let them motherfucking just quit. It don't work like that. Everyone that's out here slipping on drugs done did the same damn things. I don't care if they claim, oh, well, I didn't walk the streets. Well, you walked the blocks. You drove the blocks. You done got caught up in spots. Huh? Check out the rhyme. I ain't just rhyming. I'm actually threading this shit together. I ain't just riding. I ain't just rhyming. I'm threading this shit together, man. Every woman, man. Anybody out here slipping, dog, done the same damn things. They done stole. They done tricked. They done sucked the strange man's D-I-C-K. They done con. They done been scurvy, scandalous, conniving, treacherous. Out here just being straight up ridiculous. Cold-hearted. Because that's what people don't realize. That's what comes with doing drugs, dog. Drugs make you cold-hearted. Drugs make you cold-hearted. Drugs make you not give a F about anybody else but yourself. We gonna put these lies away, man. Cause you can't call this a recovering community without some truth within this bitch. I heard someone say, I ain't gonna name names because I ain't giving nobody no props on my platform. But I heard somebody say it's really a boss move when a woman out there selling their ass. I heard someone that called themselves going through recovery, within recovery, say it's really a boss move when a woman out here selling her ass. Now, who am I to say it ain't or it is? I'm just letting you know it ain't no difference from one bitch from the next. Everybody get down in the same way, man. Everybody do. Don't let them fool you. Like I said, they might not be on a stroll like Maddie Boo Boo, you know. They might not be out there, every damn day like someone else. But they doing the same damn things. Huh? They doing the same things to feed their demons, to get by that moment, to stay high off of someone else's supply. Crack is a bitch, y'all. Crack is a bitch. Now, heroin is worse. But heroin don't make you chase it all damn day. You just can't live without it. I mean, you could pick your poison. I don't see one better than the next. I just say, pick your poison, man. Pick your poisons. I ain't no needle shooter. I'm a chiefer. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no needle shooter. I'm a chiefer. So I would more likely pick some rocks. But like I said, rocks, once you start up smoking rocks, it's nonstop. It's nonstop. It's not like you're going to take a pause. It's not like you finna take a pause for the cause. It's not like it's gonna allow you to shake that damn feeling off of your ass. You going through the same shit that anybody else went through, man. And if you came up in there with some choke, and I meaning is you came out to party, so you came out partying harder than someone else, then you really got the monkey. You really got the monkey on your back, man. You really got the monkey on your back then. Because you had the money to sustain your high. You had the money to sustain your high. So once that high started coming down, you felt it worse than anybody else out there that was slipping, man. Yeah. Once that high started coming down, you felt it worse than anybody else out there that was slipping. Huh? Cause they wasn't that high. They wasn't that high. They just trying to maintain, you know what I'm saying? Keep they shit, as some junkies may say, minimize. Ain't no such thing as minimum. Ain't no such thing as no minimum. A drug addict use as much drugs as possible. Ain't no such thing as my Yusuf is minimum. Ain't no such thing. A drug addict use as much drugs as possible. They don't have no cutoff line. As much as their heart can stand. They trying to stay high, man. The worstest feeling that they can ever feel is not being high. So don't let nobody sit up here and lie to you, man. Oh, well, I didn't have to trick because my man was the D-boy. You was tricking him. You was tricking with him, bitch. What you think? I don't care if your man the D-boy. I don't care if the D-boys was switching up on your butt. It don't make a difference, dog. I don't care if you got caught up in the spots and you ain't never had to hit the streets, dog. It don't make a difference. You was doing the same damn it that everybody else was doing, man. Because drugs, one thing about drugs, and you can damn sure put your money on it. It don't discriminate. Drugs don't discriminate. We can all get it, man. We can all get it. We can all get out here and be slipping and find ourselves in a fucked up position that we never thought we'd be in. Don't get your ass caught up out here fiending. Because you get caught up out here fiending like a demon, you're going to get treated accordingly. Like everybody else, man. Sometimes I can remember this man's name, sometimes I can't. But everybody remember that back in the days where Washington, D.C., the mayor of Washington, D.C. was smoking crack. He was smoking rocks. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember where he got voted back in? He got voted back in office after being caught at the Momo. I don't know how many times, but he got caught at the Momo smoking rocks. And he still got voted in the next election, man. The next election, he still got voted in. That's how common and how non-difference it is for anybody that's out here using street pharmacies, man. It's no difference. I done heard too many lies out here. I done heard people speak on people like if, you know, they speaking about a third person, or they speaking about themselves in a third in a third person or another conversation, and trying to act like it ain't them. Any one of us that calls ourselves out here slipping, that goes out here and start partying, man, gonna find yourself in the same predicaments as everyone else. You might not be so jacked up that you'll stay in that you'll stay, you know, fucked up or in that situation for long, dog. But you're going down the same damn road. You know? You heading down the same damn spot. It ain't no difference, dog. Whatever someone else had to deal with while they was out there slipping, you finna go through the same shit. It ain't no difference. You're not no better. And you don't get a pass because you're not a regular, man. It don't make a difference. You out here slipping, you out here using drugs. I don't care if you're a dancer. I don't care if you're a dancer. Let's say you're a dancer. Let's say you even got some clientele. All right? That you ain't even gotta try as hard as someone else. You still tricking with that clientele. You're tricking with your clientele. So you might not be out here soliciting sex from everyone that you meet or everyone that may see you. But you damn sure sleeping with your regulars. You damn sure turning tricks with the ones that keep on lining your pockets up, bitch. It ain't no difference. Scotty don't discriminate. Scotty don't discriminate, man. He beams everybody else. He beams everyone up the same damn way. Huh? He teleports everybody up the same way. You don't get it. You don't get it no difference, man. Yeah? You wanted to touch the sky? You wanted to be sky high? Huh? You wanted to go to a motherfucking place where no one can touch you, man? You got to go down the same damn avenue, the same damn trap, the same damn road, the same blocks that everyone else got to go through, man. The same trenches that everyone else got to go through to keep that high going, to get that high. And the party, as long as you choose to party out there in them streets, dog. Like I said, you can hide yourself. You still being used more than anyone else, though. So who the sucker? Because now you got a third party. Now you got a third party involved. Now you got a middleman involved that's working your pockets, as well as he's working the pockets of the D-boy. So he's the one getting over harder, dog. Because he ain't gonna never spend what you gave him. You ain't gonna never spend what you gave him with the D-boy. He gonna always make deals. He gonna always make sure he got a little more extra than what you was willing to give him, dog. So ain't no difference. I keep on hearing these women say, oh, I didn't turn no tricks. I wasn't out here sucking no DICKs, man. You're lying, bitch. You're lying. I'm not finna let you get a pass. You're no different than Maddie Boo Boo, man. You're no different than Maddie Boo Boo. You was out there on the streets. You was out there using. You out there slipping the same damn way. You out there ice skating on the same damn ice. Huh? Ain't no difference, man. Like I said, if anything, you getting played harder because you trying to hide yourself. But ain't no difference. And everybody know, just like anybody in the game, man, anybody in any game, everybody love fresh meat. And you know who gonna want the fresh meat before anybody else, man? The D-boy. The D-boy gonna want the fresh meat. All right? So believe me, everybody gonna get it. Everybody gonna get it. Just like the next one did. It really ain't too much difference in that thought, man. I don't want to hear that no more. When females in this community want to tell some half-ass truth about what they was doing out here in these streets, dog. You sold your ass too. You just sold it to maybe a few. But you still sold it. It ain't no difference. And ain't nobody got no loyalty to you. Understand the game, man, out here, dog. No one got loyalty to anyone. So we all are solo artists. We all are solo artists. We all are players. So we all out here doing the same things to get over to feed our needs, to get that temptation, to get that inkling of a scratching feeling off our back. We all out here doing the same crap. I don't care if you're a dancer. I don't care if you work downtown and you only slip on the weekends, dog. I don't care if you claim that this ain't your this ain't your this ain't your liking, but yet and still you find yourself out here every time, every time somebody can catch your ass up slipping, man. It don't make a difference. Like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with area codes. It ain't got nothing to do with zip codes. It ain't got nothing to do with education, dog. You find your ass out here on these streets, slipping, using drugs. You finna get it like everybody else did. You're not finna get overlooked. Now, if anything, if you wasn't getting it like someone else was, man, and you end up changing your life and chose to do something different, it's probably because you wasn't no good at the shit. Let's keep it real, bitch. It's probably because you wasn't even good at it. Maybe that's what made you turn around, because you seen that what other women was willing to do without a thought, without a conscience, your conscience wouldn't allow you to. Maybe that was it. But don't act like you wouldn't did it, or don't act like you didn't do it when it came to someone else. Addiction is a bitch. I don't care who gets out here slipping, man. I don't care who get caught up out here slipping. Addiction is a bitch. And we can all find ourselves out here trying to pick up our scraps, trying to lace up our boots, trying to get back on the right track. But if this gonna continue to be a drug recovering resources helpful community, then people need to start speaking some truth. Stop trying to sugarcoat. Stop trying to sugarcoat what really went down. What you really don't want to speak of, dog. And stop trying to act like it takes a boss to sell her ass and to let another man, and to let a man or a woman to run their butt. It just take a slut. That ain't got nothing to do with being a boss. That just takes a slut. Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do. Man, these herbs. Thank God for the herbs. Thank good Yahweh for the herbs. But real talk though, I had to put this out here, man, because the streets didn't discriminate when it came to me. All right? The streets didn't discriminate when it came to me. And I was out here a young soldier. I was a young soldier. I was able to still flip shit. I was still able to flip some shit. I was still able, you know, to be out here hustling for what I wanted, man. But yet and still, I was still fucked up. And I was burning bridges. I was burning bridges. Because that's what comes with the game. You're not going to be loyal to anyone but to Scotty, man. But to Scotty. If somebody ain't trying to keep your habit going, if somebody ain't trying to work with you fast enough as you want them to, dog, you're going to be out here trying to feed your habit just like everybody else do, man. I don't care what position you in. I don't care if you the user, the seller, the one that's holding. I don't care who the hell you is, dog. You're gonna find yourself in the same position. Drugs don't discriminate. It makes you selfish. Yeah, it makes you selfish. It makes you cold-hearted. It makes you conniving. It makes you a schemer. It makes you a demon. It makes you treacherous. Huh? It puts some fire underneath your ass too because you ain't finna look back. That's one thing about drugs, man. Drugs don't have you looking back. That shit have you looking straight ahead. Because you only got one thing on your mind, man. One thing on your mind. And everything else is in the past. Everything else is in the past. Don't let nobody, man, if this gonna be if this gonna be a recovering community, then people need to start speaking some truth. They need to keep this shit A1 and pushing, man. Stop trying to make the song and dance look like it's so much better than anyone else. Come on now. Stop trying to make that song and dance look like it's so much better than anyone else. Huh? It's steps. It's steps to living the way people live that you seem to look down upon or claim that can never be you, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That can't never be me. Thank God it ain't. Thank God Almighty it ain't. But when you're running from your own issues in your mind and just can't seem to find your groove in this society, dog, slipping becomes normal. Yeah, slipping becomes normal. It's not like something you're looking at like, oh yeah, it's really a tragedy or you know, or the worst thing can happen to you, because what done occurred now since the 80s, since crack first touched down, late 70s, early 80s, whatever. All depends who you ask. They done tried to normalize it. They done try to normalize it within communities without resources. Without resources. You're the biggest group of people you see out here today in a group. Now, I don't know how it was before my time, but the biggest groups you'll see out here today is not a religion group. It's not going to be a religious group. Like, you know, you'll see a religious group back in the 70s or 60s or the 50s or the 70s and the 80s in airports or everywhere else, you know, on the streets. You ain't finna see that. The biggest group of people you finna see out here today, it ain't a job. It ain't a corporation. It's people out here addicted to drugs. Junkies. Junkies are the biggest community that sticks together all day, all night long. Having no loyalty to anyone but to the drug, but to Scotty. And people want to get on these platforms on YouTube and act like no one else know this shit. They want to act like no one else went down this road. No one else knows the in and outs to this game. No one else going to keep it real and not motherfucking keep on sugarcoating, the whole motherfucking conversation of being addicted to drugs, that it don't discriminate, that it could be a man or a woman out here doing the same damn things. It ain't got nothing to do with what you claim you wouldn't do. It got to do with everything with what you're not dealing with. You're not accepting that you're a full-blown junkie that keep on coming out here every weekend. Every time someone want to come out and party, you seem to get stuck. You seem to get caught up. You seem not to be able to shake it for a few days, man, or maybe even a week or two. So you go back to your normal life, and maybe your wife or your mate or someone else done picked up the slack. So you think you still good. But the fact is, you was out here fucking up like everyone else. Ain't nothing pretty about using drugs. It comes with people that's trying to use you, get over on you. Ain't nobody trying to be fair with you. If you ain't the D-boy himself, dealing with the baller, the shot caller, then you're getting beat just like anyone else, man. The street corner drug dealer, he's getting beat just like every drug dealer out there, man. I mean, just like every drug user out there. He's not getting over. If he holding someone else's sack, he's damn sure ain't getting over. If he's holding his own, then yeah, he got a thought or two of trying to come up, dog. He got a thought or two of taking a chance to try to come up. But if he out there holding anybody else's shit, if he found himself in debt, he ain't no different than no one else. He out there slipping his damn self. He out there probably can't even pay a bill, but he got mad racks. He got mad racks in his pockets, all up in his socks. Can't pay a bill the first. Don't know shit about motherfucking. Don't know nothing about motherfucking. Just being able to be a normal citizen. Because we get caught up in the lifestyle, man. I remember during the 80s and the 90s, well, 90s, I'm gonna say 90s, because I really didn't get serious until the 90s. I'm gonna tell you in the 90s, dog, I didn't use money for shit. I'm just keeping it real. I didn't have to use money unless I was picking up my sack. Unless I was picking up my sack, unless I was going to get my doggone package. Let's say I was going to get my brick, my little piece of the brick. I didn't spend no money, man. Just like they got all these other different little ways of they got all these little different um coins and different things that you can use for as money. Well, rocks back in the 90s, rocks back in the 90s was money, man. It was money. It paid for everything. It wasn't a person that was out late night that wasn't using or trying to flip or trying to have or has some type of association with that lifestyle that wasn't out there in the streets. You didn't need money for shit. I paid my rent. I paid my rent with rocks. Flat out, dog. My landlord, she was like a school teacher. She was like a school teacher that was retired. And she was smoking rocks. And she stayed in the bottom apartment. And I stayed on top. And I paid her in rocks. You know, I sold rocks and I sold stems. That was what popping back then, man. Rocks and stems. I had a cat that worked at Ford's. That was always bringing me back them glass stems, them glass pieces that they're cut up in a plant, and I sell them bitches as stems in the hood, man. But yeah, man, cab drivers. I paid them in rocks. Yeah, you know, we ain't had no Lyft. There wasn't no Lyft and no Uber and all that crap back then. It was only cab drivers, and I paid them in rocks. You know, I got all my rides from rental rock, from from cats out there that was slipping, man, from some straight up heads, from some straight up heads that was out there slipping, and I got it from their ass. You know, a rental rock. Everything you paid for out there, man, basically, man, it was in rocks. Because that's how the neighborhood actually moved. That's how the neighborhood actually moved, man. From rocks. Everything tripled and doubled in rocks. It made sense. It made sense to take your check. It made sense to take your check and to spin it and get you a brick. Nor if it was a ball, a quarter, a half, or whatever else you can afford. It made sense because you knew once you did that little $300-400 you made within that week or two, you know that's gonna be triple. It's gonna be triple what you just made. And you're gonna make that back within a couple days. You're gonna make that back in a couple days. Like I said, man, people get caught up in the lifestyle. I don't care how big you is, dog. Even the biggest man. It's the lifestyle he can't leave. It's the fast money. It's the easy way that he can pay bills. It ain't about trying to harm nobody. It ain't about trying to keep a family down. It's just the intelligent senses that you have at them times to think that, hey, why accept me struggling out here through the week and through the month with a couple $100 when I can turn them couple $100 into thousands. It just made sense. Nobody was looking at what it was doing to the community. Nobody was looking at it was gonna grow and be um so phenomenal and so ridiculous today. The fact that it is, the fact that it is though, where are the resources? How can we have less resources today than what we had back in the 90s? How can that be, man? I remember, which president was this? Was it, because all of them was doing some scandalous shit. Republicans basically ran the 80s and the 90s. But y'all remember Clinton got in for like 8 years, and he ain't do no better, man. He ain't do no better. But I believe it was him. I believe it was Clinton, because he came out with them three strikes. Him and his damn wife. He came out with them three strikes. It didn't make a difference. It didn't make a difference what you did. If you had 3 felonies, they was gonna sentence your ass as though if you committed murder or some type shit, right? They was gonna sentence you to the harshest punishment that they could. But I remember, by them doing that jacked up move, right? By them doing that jacked up move, they had to come up with another thought as well, because through the 80s, where Reagan probably was, y'all, I think Reagan was the last president that had general assistance. People might not even know about general assistance. Probably the young, especially not the young schoolers, People probably don't even know where it came from. But I want people to realize this, man. Welfare was not created. Welfare was not created for minorities. I want everybody to realize that, all right? Welfare was not created for minorities. We might be on that bitch now, you know what I'm saying? We might be on that bitch now because, hey, a lot of us, didn't have or didn't have, and all of us came from slavery for one damn thing. And like I said, a lot of us didn't have the stability, the financial to keep themselves above water, dog. But I think General Assistant stopped with Reagan. But I want y'all to realize where General Assistant came from. People that might not know, I might be off a taste a little bit, dog, but I think I'm on track with this one. World War II, y'all. When United States fought Japan. And all the men was sent to fight the war. All the men were sent to fight the wars. So all the women in the homes had to pick up the slack, right? All the women of the home had to pick up the slack. And they had to go to work and do all the jobs that their husbands did, man. That's where general assistance came from. That's where general assistance came from. It came from World War II. It ain't got nothing to do with the minorities of today. I just want everybody to realize that, man. Or people that live within poverty of today. That ain't where it came from. But like I said, Reagan, Reagan cut it off. Reagan cut it off while he was in office. And with general assistance, every single person over the age of 18, they got money, food stamps, and Medicaid. Yeah, they got money, food stamps, and Medicaid. I remember my oldest brother, he was in college, so he had to go get him some general assistance while he was in college. So after general assistance, when the Reagan era left, cut general assistance out, we had a big issue because now we don't went through that, you know, crazy it with the automotive and the industrial plants not doing what they used to do, man, back in the early 80s, in the late 90s, in the early 80s, within the early 80s and the 70s. Within the early 80s and the 70s, they wasn't doing as good as they used to be. A lot of alcoholics in the hood popped up more than anything. Yeah, a lot of alcoholics, man. If they was doing more than that, I wouldn't know. I just know alcoholics back in them days, they was accepted. You know what I'm saying? They was accepted. They always had like an empty field or a lot. They done threw a couple chairs or a couch or two underneath a tree, and they'll chill underneath that bitch, and you know, get their drink on before they go home, man, and get their drink on before they go to their families. That was like regular working men's. That was like regular working men's, dog. It was like common, right? But it became too common when the industry went through that depression of not doing as good as it was doing within the 70s. And I remember Clinton, like I said, Clinton, his wife came up with them 3 strikes, fucking up everybody, right? Sending everybody to jail. You know, what a woman, man. What a woman. We knew she was running everything, you know, because she was actually smarter than her husband, man. Yes, she was actually smarter than her husband. But we didn't know Hillary. We didn't know Hillary was that treacherous. Yeah, that's a treacherous bitch. But I remember her husband during his term, they came up with SSI. Yeah, they came up with SSI for anybody that was an alcoholic and as well on drugs. Cause like I said, it was a phenomenon. It was like a phenomenon. It was so fast and quick. When that depression happened with the jobs not doing as good as they used to do, man, a lot of people turned to alcohol. And when drugs hit, when crack hit the block, a lot of people turned to rocks. And so they made Social Security easy for anybody to get on. I don't think it was disability, but I know it was for Social Security, SSI. Anybody was able to get on SSI in the early 90s if you was an alcoholic and a drug addict. Flat out. If you was an alcoholic and a drug addict, you was able to get on SSI, man, back in the days. But when his term ended, which I said that was the Democrats, right? And we know the Republicans actually ran that bitch because Reagan did 8 years, and then Bush did eight more years. Yeah, Bush did 8 more years, and then Clinton did his 8, and then the son came back and did 8, right? Right. Okay. Yeah. Then Bush's son came back and did 8. So actually, Clinton actually did that shit in like what, in the middle '90s. That was the middle '90s. That was the middle '90s and the early 2000s. So that was the middle '90s and the early 2000s that Clinton actually was in office. And the Republicans had office from the 80s after President Carter was in office. Reagan took office from the 80s, and then Bush took office within the 90s as well. Yeah, that's how it went. But yeah, man, you was easily get on SSI if you was a drug addict or an alcoholic. And then once the Republicans got back in office and Clinton and them 8 years was over, that shit was snatched. It was snatched. And they took SSI away from anybody that was on drugs and anybody that was on alcoholics. They try to make you prove that you had a mental. They try to make you prove that you had a mental issue. You had to prove that you had a mental issue so they could put you on some mental medication, right? Yeah. They had to prove. You had to prove that you had a mental issue so they could put you on mental medication, right? And a lot of people didn't want to go on that mental medication, so they didn't continue the SSI, man. But for everybody that was, done lived and remember that scenario a little bit like I did, dog. That's how we done got to the day. And if we gonna keep it A1 pushing, a youngster can't teach me shit. Just like when I was young, I was told to listen and to run my mouth less. And I'm telling these youngsters the same damn thing. You might got something to add on to the game, but you still out here trying to impress. You still out here trying to impress people, man. You still out here worrying about, is you more attractive or more appealing than someone else? That ain't my trauma. That ain't my thoughts. That ain't my dealing. This is not what I put on my plate when I wake up through the day. Y'all got to keep it A1, man. You youngsters need to listen more than what you run in your trap. Because you're not keeping it 100. You're not keeping it real, man. You telling half-ass it. You trying to act like being a junkie got something to do with being glamorous. You trying to act like being a junkie got something to do with living a magnificent, terrific, non-touch existence. I don't care if you on top of the mountain. I don't care if you the biggest dealer out here, man. Everybody out here in the game done paid a price. Everybody out here in the game done paid a price. You didn't go untouched. Somebody, somehow was your downfall. You didn't go untouched. That ain't how the game go, dog. I just wanted to give everybody a little taste of why we here today. But I'm just letting y'all know, man, old school rules. Because old school ain't finna sit up here and tell you ain't finna sit up here and tell you no BS just to motherfucking get you to like them, man. Just to get you to agree with them. I can care less who agree. I'm telling you my history. I'm telling you the things that is stained in my mind and I can never forget, dog. Not until good Yahweh the Lord called me home. I'm gonna always have these memories in my mind, man. It's like I was thinking about all the pictures, man, that I lost. I was thinking about all the pictures I lost today. All my memories, man. And I'm like, damn, man, I should have made a move. I should have did this. I should have did that. But facts is, I was trying to be cautious. I was trying to be, I was trying to, I was trying to be, I was trying not to draw anyone else in to my sins, to my shortcomings. I could have let that moment, I could have let that moment pull me in. I'm sure that's what the devil wanted, man. I could have let that moment pull me in. I'm sure that's what the devil wanted. I could have went and got my baby mama back if I wanted to. But I don't want to sell drugs. I don't want to sell drugs. I don't want to have that around my kids, dog. I don't want to have that lifestyle around my kid because with that lifestyle comes with a mentality. It comes with a mentality. And I'm already dealing with enough on my plate to be trying to deal with watching behind my back or worrying about checking someone because they done got over on me, man. These things, man, I can't deal with at this moment in time. All my all my all my all my patience, all my attention, all my thoughts have to go to my kids. That's just to keep them safe, man. That's just to keep them safe. You know, for anybody that got kids or had kids, man, or just know about raising kids, man, they understand where I'm coming from because this is what keeps a lot of women's home. Because you can end up you can go to work and you'll deal with the fact that you went to work, earned you a few more dollars, but you done left your kids out here to raise they self. So now they out here acting grown as a mess, dog. And right now my kids are just too young to leave with anybody, and they can't talk to explain themselves or to let me know what went down or to understand the do's and don'ts and and the cautious warnings um, that you want them to peak or want them to want them to notify you with so you can deal with it. I just don't want to put my kids in a more worse predicament. Maybe somebody not caring as much as I do. Maybe somebody moving too fast because they got so many kids to deal with, man. My kids get caught up in a situation or in a bad moment that's gonna be harmful or just the worstest thought that I don't even want to put my mind up on. That's why I don't even take my kids out when it's cold. We stay in the house, dog. I don't even take them out when it's cold. It's just too many things, especially since we done came through the COVID era. Especially since we done came through that COVID era, and COVID ain't never gonna leave now. And so now we gonna deal with COVID, the flu, pneumonia, all in the same season, dog. All in the same season. We have COVID, pneumonia, flu. They even got the monkey flu out here now. They got all type of crap. Chicken pops, gum drops. I don't know, man. They got all type of shit every day, man, to be worried about. So, no, man. And I don't even know why people, man, so mean and so hateful to me, dog. I really don't. Because, like I said, man, my attention, I put my attention within this community. I put my focus in the community when I found myself without nothing to do. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all for anyone that don't know the true history about myself. I lost 2 kids. Not by the same mama, but I lost 2 kids. I lost my oldest son, and I lost my youngest child at that time, being my beautiful Hebrew queen, my princess. I lost her at 17. I lost my son at 21. Within 2 years apart from each other, dog. One right before the COVID and one within the COVID. Reason being and how we got there, it ain't important, man. I'm just letting y'all know the broken man that I am. I'm broken. When you see somebody trying to kick somebody that's broken, when you see somebody trying to beat somebody's spirit down that's broken, I can't be repaired. I can't be repaired. I gotta live. I gotta live. I gotta live with this trauma. I gotta live with this tremendous weight on my heart. I'm just letting y'all know, dog. When you see people trying to kick somebody or drag someone through the mud, and they are already down there, dog, you know they hating. You know they envy. For whatever reason why they may be envy. It might be my stature. It might be my physique. You know, maybe my stomach. Maybe my stomach is too sexy for their ass, dog. Huh? Maybe my big old gut is too sexy for them. But it's something. Because what you doing to me or what you tried to do to me didn't work. And it just shined the light and put you out there for everyone to see how cruel and how miserable and how nasty and foul and how you run with the fucking devil. When these people try to tear down one person, they want to act like they're not trying to tear down a family. You're trying to tear down a family. You ain't trying to tear down just an individual. You're trying to tear down a family. People counts on me. People counts on other people. So just remember that. I don't care what somebody done did. I don't care what you claim someone may be wrong as. You're not the judge, jury. You're not God. Who the F is you to make a critical decision that's going to cripple a whole family? Once again, y'all, I just want to kick y'all some real and let y'all feel the real deal. Something that, comes from the heart and not just trying to impress somebody, not just trying to get some new subscribers, not just trying to, I'm putting my testimony out here, dog. I'm putting my testimony out here. Not just trying to have be within a popular lane, or not just trying to um 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 have people to not look at me in a negative way. I don't give a F. I hope that you paid attention. I hope that you got something out of this, man. Because if I can talk or not, one thing I got for sure, I got my history. I got my history. I got my memories. And you can't take that from me. You can't take that from me. So if you're going to spit some truth, if you're going to come in this community, new or old, because nobody want to keep on with the drama show. These platforms needs to help someone, dog. And if you ain't finna truly help someone by keeping it A1 real, keeping it motherfucking straight up facts, then you need to tap your ass right out of this damn community, just like you done found your ass up in this bitch. Go ahead and dance your way out of it. Because you're not needed. And nobody don't want to hear no half-ass truth. Ain't no one different than anyone else out here, dog. No one. I don't care if you riding up in a Rolls Royce. I don't care if you motherfucking being driven in a hearse. We all done live. We all have been loved. We all make mistakes, and we all can fall out. We all can find ourselves in a bad situation if we make too many of the wrong moves, especially dealing with drugs. Just bumping your head against the same wall too many times. It could be with the popos. It could be with anybody, dog. It could be with your health. It could be whatever. You're no different. Stop trying to motherfucking separate yourself. You're no better. You're no cuter. You're no prettier. You're no finer. You're no nothing. No different than anyone else. God put breath in their body just like he put breath in yours. Hey, what up, though, Tony? Tony Round. What up, though, Tony? What up, though, Michelle? I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate y'all allowing me to be me and allowing me to spit my spit and allowing me to put out my testimony. Because one day I'm not going to be here. And I just want everybody to know, man, it ain't fair out here, man. It ain't fair out here. And the more and more you try to stick your chest up, you try to stick your chest out and stand for something, even if you done fucked up, dog, you still got to motherfucker hold your own. Don't think that somebody else going to care about you like you care about the world or you care about yourself. This is a treacherous, evil world out here. And the rich seems to get over better than anyone else. They seems to be able to do more of the cruelest, meanness, evilest things, and have the law bagging them up, having the law bagging them up all through the damn shit. And it makes you look like you the damn trip. It makes you look like you the one that got the issue. You the one got a problem. But we all got our bad days and our good days. That ain't got nothing to do with crippling someone or crippling a family for eternity. If you want the world to be better, you got to start with yourself and do better. Do better. Do better how you treat somebody's family, how you treat somebody legacy, how you treat somebody history. Do better. And know the consequences. Know the consequences that comes with it. For every reaction, there's a reaction. I pray the Lord don't get to judge you last, or judge you first before God do, man. But real talk, some things don't heal the soul. Some things don't heal the heart until you get a little payback, dog. Until you get a little payback. Everybody, man, stay smooth, do you. Stay beautiful, man. Try not to find yourself out here with some fake ass people trying to run game on you. Because it seems like we got a bunch of those in this community that want to sell their fake belief that everyone is different than someone else, and no one is accept. I can't even find the word, but no one can find themselves in a bad position or a bad situation like the next one or someone else that you may know, dog. All I know, man, stay smooth, do you. Keep on praying, because it takes a lot of prayer, man. It takes a lot of prayer to keep your head above water and not find yourself out here in a worse position. It takes a lot of prayer. You might lose a few hairs. You might gain a few gray hairs. But it takes a lot of prayers, man, to keep on being here and to keep on dealing with this treacherous, evil world that you may not find no joy in, but the little spurts and the little spurts or a little piece here and there. Just know that, man, you ain't alone. Just know that you're not alone. And just know, man, God didn't build you. Good Yahweh didn't build you to fold anytime somebody want to throw blows. Huh? You endure that bitch. Or you start ducking and dodging. Or you go back and motherfucking do you some more sit-ups. You better come up with something. Because God didn't put you out here to fail. He didn't put you out here to be no everyday loser, man. You can win if it ain't nothing but a smile. If it ain't nothing but knowing that you're doing the right thing for your family, for someone else can have the same chance to be happy and to be joyful and to find some love and do God's will. And do God's will like we all should be trying to do, man. I'm out on that note, on that thought. I enjoyed y'all. I hope you enjoyed me, dog. Hey, Trish. Hey, Trish. And keep on rocking with your brother. Keep on fading with your brother. Keep on coming on these journeys with your brother, Frank Nitty, two T's like two titties up in the D City, man. We keep it straight, gritty, no pity. And we keep it A1 pushing, baby. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no fake it here. Everything real, man. My scars are for real. I'm a warrior. My daddy always called me that. He said, "You're a warrior." That's why I don't back down. I don't back down against no man. I'm a warrior. Win or lose, happy or sad, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna wake up as a man. All right. That's how my daddy used to send me out to school. He used to be like, "That wound you got on your head, son, that scar you got on your head, you a warrior. Ain't no man supposed to be pretty. You a warrior. You're handsome." Just want to let y'all know, man. Just because you may got a couple scars, couple things that you may regret, don't give up on yourself. Don't have not one thought of giving up on yourself. And know that the battle ain't yours. You got to give it to the Lord. You got to give it to the Lord. Keep on praying, man. Keep on staying in faith. And keep on doing you. Stay beautiful, baby. We out of here on that note. Real talk. I hope you have a beautiful night, too. Everybody have a good one, man, the best way, man. Stay safe. Do you. And keep on passing love on, dog. It goes a long ways. That's for sure. Pass the love on, baby. It goes a long ways. That's for sure. Too much evil. Too many fake individuals out here throwing up fake lies and non-truth. We gotta put things back in perspective. We gotta put things back in their proper place. So here we go, man. Doing our little bit. CWG style, man. With your host, Frank Nitty, 2 T's like 2 titties. Straight up from the D City. Keeping it straight gritty, no pity. You already know how we get it. Woody whoop whoop. And the rest you already know, y'all. I'm dropping the mic. Y'all far too kind. Y'all more than welcome. And I hope that you have a beautiful night. Stay safe. Do you. Stay beautiful. Woody whoop whoop. CWG, you rock. Have a beautiful night. Real talk. Daddy, 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 daddy. Good night, Michelle. Daddy, daddy, daddy. Daddy.